What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and we're going to be talking about a very, very serious issue in regards to Madden 20. Some of you guys, like I said, it's no way I'm going to be able to change a lot of you guys, thought process and what Madden 19 has done to you, but this is some of the things that, we were talking about actually live on Twitch. Some of you guys have been leaving comments about it, and, pretty much the whole situation is the negativity that you guys are bringing out about Madden 20 is all based on 19, right? So EA needs to do a couple things. This is what they need to do. They need to make sure that when they patch this game, because obviously they're going to patch it, regardless of whatever happens, the game has to be patched. The issue behind the patches we all know about, all right? We don't need to go through it. The patches have completely destroyed the game over the last 4 years, blah, 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 right? But look, listen, this is the situation though, right? With all the feedback in the forums and everything like that, I want to know if you guys agree with me. Based on the way that the game plays, ultimately, regardless of the people that can't actually play the game on the highest level, if the game is decent, everybody enjoys the game. That's my opinion. You see what I'm saying? Because the way that it became so easy for everybody to play it, that's when everything erupted, right? Everything just got crazy. Like, all right, yo, this dude could come out with OBJ and Madden 16, moss me in quadruple coverage. A lot of different things started to happen, ridiculous blitzes, and everybody was like, oh, bro, I can't block this. A gap, B gap, C gaps, all kinds of gaps. It got really, really crazy. So EA went out of their way to make the game easier for everybody to play. So this is what the overall solution should be, though. Whatever they give us, just give it to us. You see what I'm saying? Because look, this is what it is. If that's their thought process, because remember, I saw nothing, and I look through the forums every now and again, I saw nothing about complaints about, trying to change up the wind up and make it more realistic or anything like that. And then boom, with the beta, we got hit with it. You see what I'm saying? Some of us were like, yo, you know what? The windup is too long. Maybe they should, make the windup a little bit faster for the quarterbacks that actually can get the ball out faster. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers and a couple guys can really get that thing and just swing it crazy. Maybe they should adjust it for that. The pass rush, if you look through it, with the way that a lot of the feedback was going, a lot of people were complaining about the pass rush. Those are the same individuals that caused Madden 16 to get more and more wild, because the blitzes that were being run, even like Mike Scrape 3 and a lot of blitzes like that, you could block it, but just like in regular football, when you look at like how a Bill Belichick will deal with Aaron Donald, sometimes you don't need to block a blitz to pick it up. Fake wheel screen, you got regular screens, you got the quick passes. That's why the RPOs are going to be so huge. The run pass options are going to really limit the way that you can blitz every single play, and you're going to have to make the right play. That's what the whole issue is about everything that's going on. People don't seem to realize the game has changed so much if you've played the beta that it's ridiculous. So if EA just stays true to what they're doing, just hear me out, bro. I know you guys gonna still rage at me, bro. They're gonna mess it up. It's a lot of, what I'm saying? You guys are gonna still, bring out more negativity with it. And trust me, when I was raging, a lot of the people that are now like, yo, bro, this game is gonna be crazy, it's gonna be garbage. You were the same guys that was saying I was too negative about 19. You see the way the world works? It's very, very interesting that they've changed the game and made it so much better than 19, but everybody is still upset about 19. Why are you still upset about 19 when they've already shown you in 20 that the game is a lot better? Most of the stuff that you're seeing actively in gameplay in 19, I didn't see it once during the beta period. Now, the rest of the argument comes into play. All right, look, Gmia, what's the guarantee that they keep the game the way that it is? There is no guarantee. I'm going based on what I played. All of us that played it, we can all agree. The game is a lot better than it was, and it's something that if they keep it along the lines that they are right now, we will be able to play it and enjoy it the entire year through. I don't think there's been a Madden that everybody has played for the entire year through since maybe 15, because 15, at least the acceleration and the speed mattered. After that, it just became an aggressive catch fest. You know what I'm saying? Starting with Madden 16 with OBJ, it just became a nightmare. So now that we look to what they've actually developed, we've seen it. Most of us have seen it. All right? I can't say everyone, but most of us have seen it. The beta changes the insight to where they're going. So, like how a lot of people can give feedback about one thing, and if a company is like, you know what, we're not changing nothing because this is what we believe works. You see how, like, you either fall in line and you leave it alone? With Madden, it's kind of weird, because the people that complain the most, regardless if they're right or wrong, that seems to be the consensus and what everybody goes with. So look, if the pass rush is changed on day one of Madden 20, that means that they've already gone against what they've been trying to do to fix the game. You see what I'm saying? Like, if the game is not similar to the beta, with the exception of a couple things that maybe you guys want to tweak, the wind-ups, and I think it was like a couple broken plays that was within the game where, you know, it was out of, like, the formation was messed up. Certain things like that, if they bother the way the players run, move, and, you know, juke, stiff arm, and stuff like that, that's an L. That's a direct L. Because the people that don't like that, those are the people that don't want to, like, adapt to what the change is. And that's what's really, really interesting overall about the game. Because regardless of how you do it, Madden 20 is going to be a success, because even if it is patched, it's going to still be better than 19. I can tell you that based on the beta, because that's the actual framework, that's the build of the game. It's no way that EA is going to make so many separate builds and just, like, you know what I'm saying, give us this, like, all right, now we're going to go and revamp the entire game. They're not going to do that. So it's going to be similar in that regard, right? So we can all agree at this point, if you've played the beta, that Madden 20 is better than 19. Now, look, for those of you guys that are like, yo, bro, same game, whatever like that, I can't really, like I said, it's very, very difficult for me to pay attention to someone that's saying something that's so blatantly not true. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I'm not going to acknowledge it, because it doesn't make any sense to acknowledge it until the game actually drops, and then you can see, you know, more gameplay, and you can see the differences within the game, because obviously it's a closed beta, so people can always say, I never played the beta. So, you know, what you're saying is whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can say that it's not what I'm interpreting it to be. But again, the development of this game, of Madden 20, okay, this guy right here, I just want you guys to see that. That's Marquise Brown, the rookie premier. He just dropped that possession catch. He's going to be Quicksilver for training points effective immediately, just so you guys know that. You know what I'm saying? It's neither here nor there. Don't even worry about it, bro. He won't feel a thing. The dude's garbage. And, you know, obviously you guys see Tom Brady out there. He out there balling like he, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you guys back into how that happened. You know, you'll get the video to see how we got the 99 overall Tom Brady. Some of you guys wanted to see some gameplay with him, but this is what I want everybody to try to understand about it. Madden became wild when the feedback of the community was catered toward players that weren't as good as people that had skill to the game. Now, you could probably argue that they changed the game with ball hawk, and they started to make it easier coming after that, when you couldn't actually, you know, you didn't have to hold straight no more. All you had to do was hold the button, hold Y, and you could pick the ball. They took away the straight aspect. They started to make you not be able to control your secondary. I believe that was intentional to create randomness within the game. But all of those things being said, right? Fast forward to right now. In a couple weeks, a lot of you guys that are saying all of these things have already pre-ordered Madden and have EA access. So this is what the issue is, right? Regardless of what EA does, there are going to be complaints. So why not leave, like, pretty much whatever the game is, whatever they came up with, leave it along those lines. And if they patch it, they can patch it to do things like, you know, when they added audibles on the fly and stuff like that, that was ill. Like, to be able to have the audibles finally in MUT, like, patch it for stuff like that. But leave the game the way that it is, because that's when everything starts to get ruined. Now, if you start to look at it like, all right, but yeah, Gmia, this year they only have one overall speed, you can adjust that. A lot of the developers are saying, because they gave you guys the option to change the speed, it kind of changed the format in which, you know, the patches affect all the different game modes. All right, that's eliminated now. You can no longer do that. Everything that has to do with that is over. So, where do we go from there? What do we look at now? What's the next thing? When you patch the game, you're adding new features. That's my thing. Unless something is so drastically bad, they need to just add new features the way they did audibles on the go. Because not one single person that plays MUT complained about audibles on the go. Not one person. Because it's something that was different to the game and something that was a newer addition. You see now with these playbooks, they're going to be able to update the RPOs throughout the year. That should be the only patches. That will save Madden. Just add different plays, add different features to the game that doesn't affect what the game is at launch. And then there's nothing, you can't complain about it, because you got a product that is what it is the whole way through. All of a sudden now, everybody will be quiet, because there's nothing else you can complain about. If you get the game, and then it is what it is, and it's like, all right, yo, this game's a blast, and all they do is add new things the way like Fortnite does and stuff like that, Apex, they just add new features. There's really no complaints unless there's something that needs to be removed that was a new feature. Like when they did the sword thing in Fortnite and they realized like, yo, bro, oh, that play was just wild. When they're like, hold up, this sword thing is kind of out of control. Like, this don't make no sense. We gotta take this out the game. That will be the only exception for me. That's it. Other than that, they leave the game alone. They don't listen to the feedback from people that like has no idea what they're doing. And I think we're gonna have a successful Madden 20. And shout out to all of you guys that have been coming in and been enjoying the videos. Feel free to go back, check out some of the Madden 19 videos, check out some of the things that's gonna get you geared up in the Madden 20 playlist, because I've already put out a video, you know, giving you guys advance notice on how the user and capability is going to be in 20 based on what the beta was. So we're gonna have a very, very fun year. I think it's gonna be a year that changes everything. Also, with me starting off with NBA 2K20 at launch, we're gonna have a lot of fun here, guys. Also, check out GmiasWorld Gaming, because that's where you get all my full video game gameplays, regardless of the game I'm playing. Fortnite, NBA 2K, Madden, whatever. Everything is there at GmiasWorld Gaming right here on YouTube. Also, GmiasWorld Podcast, because the NFL season is coming up really, really quickly, and you guys are gonna want to hear what I have to say. Thank you guys so much. You feel free to leave your feedback. Let me know what you think about what I think. And I'm gonna see you guys and girls next time. Enjoy your day. One love, y'all.